Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for joining me, Boba, and Han here in number 2. Wait, number 2 sounds kind of bad.
Who does number 2 work for?
Let's call it the second video. In the first video, we looked at exactly what mindfulness is. We looked at the 4 different parts that make up mindfulness. So this time, let's take a look at how we can exercise mindfulness to make it more of a part of our daily living. Now, we know there's a big difference between being mindful on purpose and being mindful because something snapped us out of whatever we were thinking about and made us pay attention to the moment. There are lots of everyday activities that help us to actively exercise our ability to become more mindful. No, I'm not talking about yoga, although yoga is pretty cool too. Instead, I'm talking about merging these simple little activities into our daily routines that can help us take control back of our attention spans from those who are actively trying to divert them. Hello, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, etc. Am I right? Wait. If you're here, you're on YouTube. Don't leave just yet. Most of today's distractions operate off of principles of operant conditioning. Basically, if you're a scientist like B.F. Skinner or Pavlov, you take an animal, wait, we're animals.
Are you sure about that?
And you randomize certain rewards to make the animal pay more attention to the source of that reward, as well as try to work even harder to obtain the payoff. We are hardwired to seek connection with others. It's actually part of our DNA. So when we post something on social media and then somebody else likes or comments on that and it pushes out a little red notification and maybe even a ding on our phones, we mindlessly gravitate toward whatever that was. Spoiler alert, social media organizations know how this works and they're actively using it against you. Once these habits are ingrained, the harder they are to break. But the simpler the exercise to break them, the more effective they are in helping us take back control over our entrance and exit to the digital world. In chapter 2 of my book, I explain several super simple activities that you can incorporate into your daily life. These activities help us become more aware and intentional, meaning that we're paying attention more on purpose. They also have a tendency to reduce stress, anxiety, and even depression if those are things that you happen to suffer from. First is an activity I like to call walks to nowhere. Basically, get up and go for a walk without a destination in mind. This way, you're thinking more about what's going on in the present rather than thinking about the destination, which is an end result. As you walk, simply pay attention to the details. If you're walking with someone, pay close attention to your conversation. Pay attention to your thoughts as they arise. This activity can be remarkably freeing and relaxing. Plus, it gets you outside for a little bit of fresh air. Second, consider mindful eating. Approach one of your meals like it was your last. As gruesome as that may sound, if this bran muffin was my last meal, how would I eat it differently? Would I take my time? Would I enjoy it a little bit more? Third, let's talk about one of my absolute all-time least favorite things, and that's red lights. Nothing frustrates me more than a red light, especially when I'm in a hurry and I have to get somewhere. Oh, and of course, now that I'm recording, I get all green lights. Look at this, Sherman on a Friday, and I have all green lights. When does that ever happen? So next time you pull up to a red light, like I just finally did, look around at the people all around you. Ask yourself, what's their story? Where are they going? What are they doing? What music are they listening to? Maybe you'll catch a few picking their nose. What is that guy doing? Is that even legal? Try this next time to alter your perception of a red light. Instead of looking at it as a nuisance, look at it as an opportunity to rest and take a little break from driving. Use your imagination to think about everybody else's stories, and you'll find that driving not only becomes more interesting, but a whole lot less stressful. Lastly, the next time your phone goes off, whether it's a text or a telemarketer, Pause before looking at it. Notice your urge to respond. Notice your urge to pick up the phone and see who it was contacting you. Don't look at the phone until you make the conscious choice to do so. Then, as you begin to respond, think about the person at the other end. What's their day like? How do they feel? How can your response to that person make that person's day a little bit brighter? You notice the common thread running through each one of these activities? It's control. From taking control of our time to being more intentional about how we use it. From taking control of our perceptions of things like red lights to slowing down and enjoying our food a little bit more. It's all about actively shaping our roles within these various everyday situations. This is the core of mindful awareness. By becoming more mindfully aware of our role within these situations, we are ultimately shaping the outcome of those situations as well as the mark that we leave behind on the people involved within those. By using these activities on a daily basis, we'll start noticing huge differences in our mood, the way we react to things, and the way that others respond to us. And this is only the beginning. Give this video a like if you like where it's headed, subscribe for more content, and me, Boba, and Han will see you next time.